Hey everybody, Chief Justice Crampton just gave a break to allow the JCCF to kind of regroup. It's going very interesting, very interesting, and there's a lot of different arguments that happen in a very short period of time. For those of you that are following online, so what was most interesting to me is that when we were following Justin Trudeau on his resignation, and he made those comments first about resetting Parliament, which was fine, and then about the actual party race, that was not fine, and we called that out right away. And we also remarked on the fact that Trudeau has been promising funding, and there's this issue going on, and the order in council that he's issued, all of that eventually needs to come back to Parliament. But Dominic LeBlanc and Justin Trudeau are saying, oh, everything's fine, everything's fine. So this is the issue, and all of these observations that we've made are actually being brought into the JCCF's arguments. So it's very interesting that we agree with a lot of what the JCCF is putting forward. Now, what seems to be the issue right now, and there's going to be many others as the arguments continue, is that there's this other case that they're referring to called Conacher, where the Governor General refused to dissolve Parliament on the advice of the Prime Minister, and they have discretion to do that. And what the JCCF is concerned with is that the ruling will come down to, well, it's not a problem with Justin Trudeau proroguing Parliament, it's a problem that the Governor General accepted it. So the JCCF seems to think that that's a risk to them, because they're arguing that Justin Trudeau shouldn't have been able to prorogue Parliament, and that their argument essentially won't stand up because they're arguing the wrong thing. That seems to be the issue. But Chief Justice Crampton doesn't seem to think that there's an issue there, and they descended into some arguments on precedent and does the Governor General have discretion, and that's where the JCCF is really focusing their arguments. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this carries out, and the JCCF continues to make its case. At some point, the government is then going to respond. From what I understand, the Democracy Watch group is also going to be what's called intervening. So they will be putting forth some arguments to support and bolster the case of the JCCF. But we get back in there at around 11:15, and I'll continue with the updates on X and post another video at lunch. So stay tuned, folks. This is history in the making.